We're in real jeopardy here. The president's going to have to approach Xi Jinping.
There are a couple of goals of the event. One was showing that there is a real link between economics and national security, that those two things shouldn't be thought about in siloed ways. Sort of the second aim, I think, was giving students and the audience an opportunity to see how these kinds of conversations actually take place in government.
We are following the breaking news coming in from North Korea, where an alarming new round of missile tests suggests that Kim Jong-un has advanced his nuclear program further than Washington has understood.
How do we wield American power in a world where we are not financially dominant? I think we're behind the curve on that, and I look to you as National Security Advisor to really get our government thinking about that.
The plan went just about as well as we could have expected. So we were definitely surprised and impressed by the list of policy options they came up with.
In this space in particular, there's a huge divide between technologists and policy people. And so we thought this was a real opportunity to put people on the stage together and have them have a conversation that they're not really having in other forums.
When it comes down to it, it really was a very heavily student-driven project. Aditi had recruited a really smart group of students to do all of the research, help develop the scenario, do all of the products necessary to prepare the people who are at the table, much like you would do for a real meeting of the National Security Council.